Good morning, welcome to a new market update. As the market is doing well again, we've had our 30% correction and some altcoins or some projects, I would say respectfully, are already making new all-time highs or are accelerating, which is what we will be seeing more often during 2021. If you're not a subscriber yet, become one by clicking on the bell beneath the video. Also, do not forget to like this video and follow me on Instagram to stay tuned on whatever content I'm be posting on the social media platforms. And today we're going to discuss Polkadot price prediction for 2021. And it's a tricky one. As you can see that the chart is not giving many historical price action to work with. As Polkadot is one of the recent listed projects in the past months and maybe one of the bullish projects of 2021. I think it's going to be a big winner. And if it's not going to be a big winner, it's fake news, as probably it's going to be a big winner. But regardless of that, we've seen some nice corrections in the past days as Polkadot also saw its correction. And from here on, most likely it will continue grinding upwards. In general, when something corrects 30% or more, it is a buy the dip opportunity. And most often those corrections are quite swift, which means that the panic will be insane, but the dips will be bought up quite quickly. And that's what we have seen during the past few days as well, as we saw a heavy crash over the past days, or actually in one day, being bought up very quickly. What did we see on Polkadot during the previous year? We saw that it got listed. We saw that it made a nice run up. And given this structure, you can also see that once it's in this accelerated period, frequently we're going to get that retest of the block we have here. And we got one similarly with the movement we have here, similarly with the movements we've had here. Never chase a green candle, wait for additional confirmations to take the entry and then take the entry and hold on, as your goal is to make the best risk reward traded approach, in which you're not chasing trades, you are actually waiting for trades to be filled. We see an accumulation period for Polkadot during the past year. We do see that we get a rounded bottom after we started to flip levels. So we do see this run up, and after that we do see that the gray zone is holding for support, and that's the critical part here. Gray holds for support, after which we can see that there is a support resistance flip and the price of Polkadot actually started to accelerate. New impulse wave also fueled by all the money getting into the markets because of Bitcoin and Ether doing well, causing the price of Polkadot to 2x. I've stated that you should not be entering in this zone, but just wait for confirmation on lower levels. I've defined these levels here, and the first one, probably the only one getting hit here, is the one that's being filled, and we got that test. Are we continuing in one go from here? Most likely not. Most likely we're getting some corrections and some more consolidation on this impulse move of Polkadot, but the trend is up. That's the critical part, and now the question is, where are we going to define our targets? Also, for people that are watching my views, you can see up here that I make those squigglies, but they are not relied to any of the time frames I put on, as using time frames for your trading or predicting time frames for a certain move to occur is almost impossible. If you are already good at predicting or analyzing price action, you should just stick to that. If you can also combine it with time, probably you're not on social media, as everybody will be hunting you. What do we see here? We do see an impulse move, so this high and the recent low can be used. Second, we can use this impulse wave here, and we can use the low from the listing. Through that, we can see that we've hit the 0618 and 065 Fibonacci level, reversed, it's the 35382. First level most often getting a test, it did. And from there we can start targeting levels that we might be getting to in the next impulse wave for Polkadot. We do have a minor one at 1450, but given the confluence we already have with the levels here, I would definitely argue to stick to this zone here. So the first impulse wave conservative target is $16. Second area of interest is this one around 25. I would not be surprised to see Polkadot run towards $25 minimum, or at least around that region, in the next impulse wave. And that is probably similar to a move like Chainlink has been doing. It's a 2.5x from here, and that's most likely coming from the strength of Polkadot in the BTC pair. Why is that? We have been discussing this level, the green level, in the live stream on Monday, and we said it has to hold there if it wants to continue. So what do we see now on the BTC pair is that we have this range high that we have been testing, through which we are consolidating. We've got this range low zone. We are consolidating now. We are making that compression, most likely get another test, and then we start to accelerate and break out. Given that we have a USDT value of 2.5x from here, the first target zone, and they are coming to get me if you hear the ambulance, because I'm bullish on Polkadot. But if you're predicting or analyzing this price action movement and the breakout of this Bitcoin pair, the first level you're going to target is this region around the heights, which is a 2x from here, which is confluent with the target zone around $24-25, which is a little more than a 2x from here as well. So that is a very natural and healthy price prediction for DOT in the first impulse wave. So if we get an impulse wave from here, with Polkadot doing well on the Bitcoin pair, that is one of the first targets that I would be looking at. If we go further down the line and we get massive momentum in the markets in itself, you can actually use the entire move from 26, from $2 towards 26, and there you get crazy numbers, of course. So if we erase this one and we make a new one from Fibonacci extension, the next moves can even be towards 40 and 62 if we reach that $26 level. And in that case, we want to see breakout upwards, consolidation, and then the real alt season, so the second impulse wave afterwards during the summer, could bring Polkadot towards the levels of 40 and 62. But if you see my price prediction levels, I'm not one of those shillers. There's more arguments that should be built on to give us that target zone. But in the likelihood of the current momentum on the markets, I do expect Polkadot to run towards the highs on the Bitcoin pair in the first impulse wave. That would bring Polkadot towards that area around $24 to $27. From there, I'll probably make a new price prediction level. But if we get another impulse wave in 2021 afterwards, which is probably during the summer when altcoins generally do well, we might be getting towards the $50 to $60 levels. So you always have to watch the Bitcoin and USDT pair. You can see that it's giving you correlations on the price movements. And I think the strength is going to come from the Bitcoin pairs. I hope you have enjoyed this price prediction level. Subscribe to the channel, like beneath, comment which project you'd want to see one on for 2021, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. See you tomorrow.